Welcome back to another episode of More Money Monday, where we start your Mondays off with mindset, motivation, and just all the things you need because y'all know if you win your Mondays, then you win your weeks. If you win your weeks, you win your months. And when you win your months, you win your life. So I know it's a little later on the East Coast, but you still need this Monday gem. So if you're tapping in from YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, what is up? Here's what we are going to go ahead and go over today. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room, which is, how is it already June of 2023? Because if I remember correctly, yesterday was January. It was literally January the 3rd, 3 days ago. So I'm just not understanding how this time is moving so fast. We were just in May. Anyways. So being that we have entered fully into a new month, I think that whenever a new month starts on a Thursday or a Friday, you already feel like you lost those first 4 or 5 days because it started on a weekend. Who's keeping track of things on a weekend? So the fact that we already lost that is not helpful. But you know what? God is good. God is great. We are going to make the most of these next 6 months. And that's exactly what I want us to talk about today, is how you are going to maximize these next 6 months. Okay? We have seen that time is not waiting for us. We have seen that opportunities are not waiting for us. We know for a fact that this is time we are not going to get back. And I want us to look at this not just in terms of how many months are left in the year, but also how many weeks are left in the year. I want someone to calculate really fast how many weeks are left until 2024. Because sometimes when we think of it as months, we tend to give ourselves more space. We tend to say, oh, okay, well, I've got 5 months left. I've got 4 months left. I've got 3 months left. But let's break things down in terms of weeks. Let's measure out our goals, not in terms of this is how many months I want to be able to accomplish it, but this is how many weeks I want to be able to use to accomplish my goal. My other phone is dead. But if you can drop in the comments, how many weeks are there until the end of the year? I feel like there's like 30 weeks left. Maybe 25, 30 or 25 weeks. Let's see. Yep. 20. Okay. We got a lot of different answers. 26, 30. Where are y'all getting this information from? Are y'all just jumping out numbers? 26. Okay. I feel like there's definitely 26 weeks left. 28. You know what? Y'all giving me different numbers. Okay, so it's somewhere in this 26 to 29 week time frame. At the end of the day, I want us to be looking at, okay, my activities, my daily habits, my daily activities. When we look at things in terms of weeks, we recognize we don't have as much time as we think we have. This is moving. So what does this mean? We have to be protective over what we do in our day. We have to be protective over who we talk to. We have to be protective over how long we allow ourselves to feel certain emotions. How many of you guys have gotten caught up with a bad day? You have woken up not feeling 100%, and it didn't go away after an hour. It didn't go away after 3 hours. You found yourself at 6 p.m. still caught up in how you woke up this morning. Comment yes or yes in the chat if that's happened to you. Comment yes or yes in the chat. How often has it been that somebody said something to you, or you saw something, or you read something, or you remembered something, and even 4, 5, 6, 7 hours later, it's still on your mind? Now your whole day is gone. You're tired. You got to start again tomorrow. Yes? I want to challenge you. You need to take that power back. You need to take that time back, because every hour that you give to something that you cannot control is time that you can't get back from actually doing things and having change over things that you can control. You cannot control what happened in your past. You cannot control if someone else decided to get up and say something negative to you. You cannot control if your boss came into work with a nasty attitude and stinky breath. You can't control that. What you can control is your reaction. Somebody comment, I own my reactions. Comment that in the chat. I own my reactions. I just had this conversation with my husband yesterday. You know, you may have been in a situation where things looked different for you 2 years ago. You might have had an opportunity 2-3 years ago that you didn't take, and you're still harping on it today. You had a friend, you had an ex, you had something that happened, and you're still thinking about, if I had done things differently, maybe this wouldn't be the case. I want to free you from that. It is not your responsibility to still be stuck in what if. It is not your responsibility to still be stuck in the past. You cannot control what has already taken place. You cannot even control the things that other people are going to choose to do. The only thing you have control over is how you react to it and how much time you choose to give it. So we see how fast these months are going. We see how fast these weeks are going. How precious is a day? How precious is an hour? You're not going to get this time back. So don't give it to a full day of being upset, a full day of deciding to be distracted, a full day of deciding to hesitate and not go after your goal. You don't give into a full day of fear. It's too long. Doesn't mean you can't allow yourself to feel something for a couple hours, right? Sometimes we know we have to, okay, I need to feel this, I need to get over it, and I need to let it go. But you know that days are too valuable. They don't come back. So when you think of things as this time, this energy that I'm giving to this situation, this thought, this memory, this person, whatever it is, when you think of things as this is currency, this is money, time is money, this is money I'm not going to get back, you're going to be a lot more protective over it. You're going to think about it in a much different way. You're going to say, you know what, as irritated as this is making me, or as frustrated as I feel, or maybe as sad as this is making me, this is currency. If I choose to give more of my time, which I cannot get back, to this one emotion of a memory or a situation that I cannot control, you're missing out. You are missing out. And I know we hear people say all the time, you know, live every day as if it's your last, right? And I'm not here to bring you a cliche statement. What I am here to tell you is you have the time, so make use of it. The ideas that you have, the opportunities you want to seize, the people you want to meet, the networking events you want to go to, go do it. Go do it. The business that you want to promote, go take a step towards it. Go do it. Go create the content. Go apply for the funding. Go do something to build your credit. Go do the thing that's going to get you closer to that next step. Go do the thing that's going to get you closer to that goal. Because these days, these hours, we do not get them back. We do not get them back. This is what I think all the time, because you know what? I'm going to tell you guys, I have a problem with scrolling on TikTok. I have a real problem with scrolling on TikTok. I'll sit down on my bed and I'll be like, oh, let me just do 15 minutes. Let me just look up, 15 minutes of videos. I will look up, it's been an hour and a half. It's been an hour and a half. And as soon as that happens, I get so upset because I'm like, this is an hour and a half I cannot get back. I have a problem with that. So here is how I am improving myself and how I want you guys to improve yourself. You've got to be able to do multiple things at one time. It's called habit stacking. I want you to comment habit stacking in the chat. Comment habit stacking in the chat. This has really been a game changer for me because I'm probably always going to like to scroll on TikTok, right? But what I'm going to be conscious and mindful of is, How can I do this, something that I actually like, something that helps me to just decompress from the day, while also doing something else that's beneficial for me? While also doing something that allows me to move forward in my goals. If we give an hour and a half to something that doesn't actually get us closer to what we're doing, that's lost time. That's lost time, and we're not going to get it back. But if you find a way to do multiple things at once that allow you to still do the fun things you like, but also stack them with a habit that is positive, stack them with a habit that's going towards your goals, now you're winning. So let me tell you, I'm still scroll on TikTok, but I get on my Peloton at the same time. I'm still scroll on TikTok, but I'm stretching at the same time. I'm still scroll on TikTok, but now instead of me just scrolling, I'm gathering information. I'm researching content. I'm writing things down. Oh, that was a good idea. I'm saving things into a folder. So if I'm still scrolling, at least I'm scrolling with intention. If you are someone that loves to watch TV, great. Even though I told y'all with the challenge this month, you shouldn't be watching Netflix, but I'm going to let y'all have that. If you are someone that likes to watch Netflix and you like to watch TV, okay, do that. But what can you do at the same time? What can you do at the same time that's going to get you closer to a goal that you have? I want to tell you guys something that I heard over the weekend that really continued to transform me, right? 2 things. Number 1. We don't like to do things that are always good for us. When we want to lose weight and exercise, it's easier to just lay down. It's easier to just be like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like putting on my gym shoes. I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like doing whatever it is. I don't feel like working on my business. I don't feel like creating content. But what I realized is you're not supposed to feel like it. You are supposed to be changing who you are to get closer to the person that you want to be. So when you are debating or thinking about, should I get up and work out? Should I get up and work on my business? It's not about you in this moment. You have to think about this highest version of myself that I'm visualizing, the version that I see having money, the woman that I see being able to go on vacation, the woman who looks good in a swimsuit, the woman who doesn't have any back rolls. Okay, she or he would be getting up to work out. You see, we're always basing things on how we feel right now in this version of ourselves, but this is not the version that we want to keep. So if you make decisions based off what this version is feeling, guess what? You're going to stay at this version forever. It's not about what you want in this moment, because this version of you is the one that we're trying to say goodbye to. You've got to think about, the one I envision, the version of myself that I see getting on yachts, the version of myself that I see traveling, the version of myself I see with this fine new man. What would she do? What would he do? You have to show up as the highest version of yourself now. That is how you get closer to that version. That is how you manifest, right? That is how you start to see change in your life. You see, what I don't like about some of these online gurus, manifestation gurus, and listen, everybody gets their money how they want, no shade. But what I don't like about it is they talk about manifestation as sit here, close your eyes, say your affirmations, and all of a sudden life is going to change. You're going to manifest if you write 1,000 times in your journal, I am wealthy, I am wealthy, I am wealthy, I am wealthy, I am wealthy. And I don't like that. Why? Because you have to work. You have to work. Manifestation is a result of you making the choices and decisions that are reflective of the version of you that you are envisioning. So do you think you're going to be able to keep writing in your manifestation journal, I am wealthy, and when you get paid, you go and spend all your money on hair and nails? I love getting my hair done. I love getting my nails done. But when I have goals to reach, I get my hair braided, sis. When I have goals to reach, I'm like, okay, so this season, we're not doing an install every 2 weeks. Let's go get us some cute braids, okay? So that way we're low maintenance and we're good to go. Does it make sense that if you are writing something and affirming something and trying to manifest something, that your actions are not in alignment with what you're manifesting? You're manifesting a beautiful house. You're manifesting a great body. You're manifesting a great relationship, but you keep talking to your ex. You're manifesting a great relationship, but you keep entertaining people that are not good for you. You want to say my business is going to make $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, but you are not posting on social media. What are we manifesting here? How are you going to get to the 10K, 20K, 30K months if you cannot show up and do part one, which is to market your business, brand it, show up consistently? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Drop a gem in the chat if that's making sense. That's what I don't like. I don't want, as much as I encourage and inspire you, I want you guys to know it's also not easy changing your life and becoming the person that you want to be. The habits I have now that I've earned 7 figures are very different from the habits I had when I was on EBT. I had to become a different person than a person who receives EBT. I had to become a different person than a person who's living off of just $1,000 a month. I had to say, you know what? Okay, I received this cash aid, but this is not where I want to be forever. So how do I start changing my habits, changing my decisions, changing my actions to align myself with a 6-figure, 7-figure earner, even while my bank account still has $300? And that's the part we don't want to do. We want to start changing once the money is there, but you have to change before the money comes. I want you to operate like a 7-figure earner before you become a 7-figure earner. I want you to operate like a kept woman in a great relationship before you become a kept woman in a great relationship. I treated myself well so that when I met my now husband last year, he already knew what to do. I only manifested the relationship that I have because I made decisions and let people go who didn't align with that version of myself that I envisioned. That's the same thing I call you to do. So this is why I go right back to what you are going to do these next 6 months. You don't have time to still be doing the actions and making the decisions that are in alignment with the version of you right now and what this version feels. This version does not matter. You are working to make decisions and do things that are in alignment with the version you want to be. You want to be making passive income. You want to be traveling. You want to be in Bali drinking mojitos on the sand and your waist looks great. So if we know this is the version that we want, when it comes to making the decision today of if I'm going to work out, if I'm going to save money, you have to make decisions today that get you closer to her. Don't make decisions today that keep you who you are. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Make decisions that get you to where and who you want to be. Because continuing to make decisions based on who you are right now is going to keep you at who you are right now. And that's the version we're trying to leave behind. That is the version we're trying to leave behind. So when you consider working on your business, when you consider going to buy, Chick-fil-A or not, when you consider answering his call or responding to his text or not, you need to be thinking about, who does this decision serve? Does this decision serve the current version of me and who doesn't feel like it? Or does this decision serve the highest version of me who I'm working to be? If answering his text and you know he already did you wrong does not get you closer to the version of woman you want to be, who has a great man, who pays her bills, who takes care of her, don't answer his text. Because you want one thing, but your actions are doing another. Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than affirmations. I like that. So to all these gurus telling you to affirm your life away, affirmations are great, but actions speak louder than affirmations. Don't affirm a great relationship and getting a ring in the next year if you're not willing to do the actions and do the cutoffs that are going to get you there. Same with your business. Don't affirm a successful business if today, when the decision came in front of you to create content, to go live, to sit down, to write emails, to focus, if you didn't do it. You're not going to get this time back. None of us are going to get this time back. Like, I want you to love yourself enough, and I want you to fall in love with the version of yourself that you want to be enough that you do all the things you say you're going to do. Do all the things that are in alignment with the version of life that you want to have, because it is attainable. It is attainable. I tell you guys my story every single week. I literally got divorced in 2020 from an abusive marriage with 4 kids, moved back home, had no idea if I was going to be able to get into a relationship again because, the men who want a woman with 4 kids, we don't see that a lot, especially in our culture. We don't see it, right? We don't see it. I'm all over here thinking, you know what, maybe this is the end for me. Maybe I'm gonna just be the rich mom. Once I started my business, maybe I'll just be a rich mom with no husband. I got these kids, But I said, you know what? No, I'm gonna choose for that not to be my destiny. I'm gonna make different choices. So I had to cut off people. If y'all know me, and all my friends know, I cut off a lot of people, blocked a lot of numbers, told people, hello, I definitely appreciate the time that we spent together. Thank you for all the things, but you are not my future husband. Block. You're not. And I'm looking for him and I'm waiting. So if you're not in alignment, I have to make decisions that don't serve me right now. That was a hard decision for me to make because I like being taken out to dinner. We like all the things. But if I know that you are not the version, the person that's supposed to go with the highest version of me, you have to go. And sometimes, sis, it's as easy as that. We make it complicated. Send him a message and say, hello, you're not in alignment with the highest version of myself. Thank you for your time. Goodbye. Somebody comment bye in the chat. Bye. 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 And you can send it just like that. Hello, I hope you're having a great day. You are not in alignment with the highest version of myself that I'm working to become. So thank you so much for your time. Bye. Smiley face emoji. Because at this point, again, you have to love yourself enough to do the things you say you're going to do. You have to love yourself enough to stay consistent. You have to love yourself enough to say no to the things that don't align with this highest version. Fall in love with her. Fall in love with her or him. Make decisions not based on who you are today. Make decisions based on who you are working to be. Make decisions based on that because we see how fast this time is going. It's already June. So the things you were saying you wanted to do in January, well, look, we blinked and now it's June. Did you do them? So these next 6 months, and I want you to look at it as weeks, these next 28 weeks, 29 weeks, however many weeks we have left, you need to be making decisions based off who do you want to be by the end of the year? Who do you want to be by mid-2024? Not who are you right now? Who do you want to be coming up? And make decisions to serve that right now. Another shift I want you guys to make, I have permanently decided to stop saying, this is expensive. I don't use that word anymore. I am refusing as of yesterday to use that word at all. You know what I'm going to say instead? When something appears to be outside of my budget, when something is more than I may be able to or comfortable to spend at the time, I'm going to say that's expansive. Comment the word expansive in the chat. I'm not saying things are expensive anymore because you know why? Saying something is expensive already has the connotation that I can't afford it or that we can't afford it. Saying something is expensive is outlining that it's out of our reach. It's not accessible to us. But saying something is expansive means we are able to expand to get it. It's going to push us beyond who we are right now. It's going to push us into another level. When I go look at houses all over Zillow, which I do all the time, I don't say they're expensive anymore. I say, oh, that's expansive. Okay. And the immediate next thing I think about is, how am I going to get it? Because you are going to get it. I want you to have that dog in you. I want you to have that fire in you. I don't know about y'all, but I played volleyball for since I was age 7. So I'm an athlete by nature. I don't believe there's anything that I cannot have, and I don't want you to believe there's anything you cannot have either. Don't say things are expensive. They are just expansive. And you're going to go and think about, okay, how am I going to get it? What changes am I going to make today to go and get it? What new things am I going to do to go and get it? What rooms am I going to be in to go and get it? I want you to have that dog in you. I want you to have that dog in you about your own life. I want you to have that unapologetic grit and fire for your own life. I'm about to go and get it. I'm about to go and get it. That's how you got to talk to yourself in the mirror. Ellie, if it's one thing you're going to do today, you about to go and get it. Another thing I want to say to you guys, go to some open houses. Over these next 6 months, aim to go to at least 2 open houses per month of homes that are expansive, not expensive. Aim to go to at least 2 open houses of homes that are expansive, that are in different areas, that make you inspired, even that scare you a little bit, and watch how things change. So YouTube, you guys are amazing. I want you to comment more money down below. Let me know if you are going to do these things the next 6 months, and I will see you guys in the next More Money Monday.